Gene, I have a question for you. Would you rather stay the night at Skinwalker Ranch, Skywalker Ranch, or Neverland Ranch, where Michael Jackson used to live?
This is weird.
You know, the real answer to that is that they're all the same place.
Yeah, they're all scary as hell, man.
Meanwhile, let me pass on the good word about the new
Wonky Times.
It's been a while. We haven't had a new episode in quite some time, and so yeah, we're rearing up for a brand new lineup of episodes. First, I'll catch you up on what's been going on in Wonky Timesville. It's sad to say that Robo Brian and I, we were going strong for a little while there until the government cracked down and crashed the party, meaning that my robotic friend is currently in the shop. He was hacked by the government officials, and they turned his brain, aka software, into goo.
No way.
So he's in the shop getting a brain transplant, which is honestly more expensive than my student loans, so I don't know how I'm going to afford that, but I'm working on restoring him. In the meantime, you've got me, so let's do this. In just a bit, I have a fun interview to share with you. It's about skinwalkers and shapeshifters. I mean, I don't know if that's fun, but the interview is fun. I don't know if the topic is, but I chatted with my buddy Gene, and he shares his thoughts on the subject. But first, though, I want to talk about something kind of gross. It's about a serial butt sniffer. He struck again. So yeah, you may be wondering, like, what's a butt sniffer? It's a 38-year-old dude in Glendale, California, and he was arrested again after sniffing a woman's butt at a Nordstrom Rack. It sounds like I'm making this up, but I'm not. See what I did there? I exaggerated the word butt. I added a little extra T on the word. But anyways, security footage shows him following a female shopper before crouching behind her and then sniffing her backside. You can see this video at wonkytimes.com. We have an article about it. Now a local TV station is calling him the Butt Bandit.
It felt like anywhere I moved, he kept following me. So I recorded just in case he was trying to say anything or do anything to me. But I definitely didn't expect him to do this. I was so freaked out when I turned around and saw him literally under me, so freaking close to me.
At least his name is out there, his face is out there, so people can be aware and cautious.
So from sniffing butts to scanning the skies, 2025 is wild, folks. Let's talk about aliens. Some are saying that alien tech is flying through our solar system. Now, NASA says it's a comet, an asteroid coming toward us, but Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb believes the object may be something far more alien.
No way.
Here's what he has to say about it.
The object looks strange. It reflects a lot of sunlight, and from that, one infers that the diameter is 20 kilometers. And there is not enough rocky material in interstellar space to provide such a big object every decade. We surveyed the sky for a decade and found this one. More typically, we expect an object that large once per 10,000 years. And moreover, this object has some glow in front of it, not behind it. There is no tail, as usually is the case for comets. That's something that was clearly seen by the Hubble Space Telescope. And more perplexing is the fact that its trajectory is aligned with the plane of the orbits of the planets around the sun. The chance for that happening is 1 in 500. And the timing of arrival into the inner solar system is very fine-tuned. It passes very close to Mars, Venus, and then Jupiter, with a probability of 1 in 20,000. If you were to change the arrival time randomly, it wouldn't be so close to these planets. It arrives closest to the sun when the Earth is on the opposite side, so we can't observe it when it's able to make a maneuver. We won't be able to see it. And so the question arises as to whether this trajectory was designed by some intelligence. My recommendation is to continue to monitor it, get as much data as possible, because if it doesn't follow the track that we expect after its closest approach to the sun on October 29th this year, the stock market may crash.
So, are we going to meet some extraterrestrials or what? I mean, who am I to say? I'm just a dude sitting in my pajamas in my mother's basement talking into a microphone that's been soldered together with random speaker wires. Sure, this microphone works as well as a screen door on a submarine, but hey, somehow it still captures my deep, profound wisdom. This thing is barely hanging on with duct tape.
I'm just saying, scientists often assume that whatever we see must represent something we already know. That's human nature. We've seen rocks in the solar system for many years, just like seeing rocks in your backyard. But when objects come from the street, you need to check whether it might be, a tennis ball thrown by a neighbor.
All right, let's get to my interview with Gene. Are skinwalkers some sort of alien species? Gene has some ideas. Okay, Gene, thanks for being on the podcast again. This time you want to talk about skinwalkers. I know a little bit about skinwalkers, but I want to hear what you know. It's interesting.
It's not so much what I know. It's piqued my interest ever since, I don't know if you've seen this documentary on Netflix, which I highly recommend, Skinwalker Ranch.
Yep. It's like they're episodes, right?
Yes. It's a docuseries. Phenomenal. It's great. From there, I kept hearing skinwalkers, and I have heard it because, again, this is something that is very to a group, right, with the Native Americans, actually, when it comes to skinwalkers. That's where it actually came from originally, and from what I heard, initially when it came to skinwalkers, it was someone who had done something bad to a family member, from death or something like that, and it would basically allow them to be this person or thing for the rest of their lives, but also suffer with it. You know what I mean? So it's pretty wild.
Yeah. When I was a kid, my friend growing up, every time I spent the night at his house, I was telling Robert, he was on the podcast a few episodes ago, but
I heard him.
Yeah, I was telling him about how I would spend the night over at my friend's house, and his parents would just terrify me with skinwalker stories. Like they're gonna grab you out, they're gonna open the window and take you out, and then I couldn't sleep at night, and that's when I first heard about skinwalkers. And it's like what you're saying. There's a show about it. There's this revamped attention.
Yeah, and it's funny because now it's even on the TV shows. For example, they make fun of it, but they touched base on it, which is kind of cool. And again, it is. I don't know if you heard about the show. It's called Reservation Dogs.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. Yeah, is it?
You need to watch it.
Right, it's a funny one.
It's great. It's great. But so yeah, they referenced a skinwalker. One of the main characters he's a police officer, sheriff, tribunal sheriff for the res, and to scare the kids, he would use there's a skinwalker, but it's on the show. It's kind of true because he met the skinwalker when he was a kid. You know what I mean? So. It's mostly a thing that I guess happens to the kids. Like you said, you were being scared and they were telling you they're going to drag you out of the window. Right. I guess it's the native El Kukui.
Right.
That's what I thought, right? Yeah. That's what I thought. But then I seen a rise of videos, man. You can go to anywhere on YouTube, on your social media, like TikTok. I don't know if you saw that one with the kid cruising on his dirt bike. He did 2 trips, and man, he caught some good stuff. And that's what I'm talking about. We need more stuff because when you freeze frame that, millisecond of that one, whatever thing is coming out of that brushery, man, that looks not human. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's a skinwalker, but I would think that's what it looks like. You know what I mean? It's the form.
Essentially, skinwalkers are shapeshifters.
Yeah, they turn to other animals.
Yes, they disguise themselves as animals.
Yeah, so not only an animal, but he can take a shape of whatever the hell he wants.
Do you think they could take the shape of another person?
Yes. So, and trip out, because this is one other video that you need to watch, and I'll link you. I forgot about it. A bunch of kids on the side of one. I don't know if it's a ravine. I don't know. It looks like it's in the hood. But it's there's a waterway, and then there's some dude in the water, splashing naked, and the kids are like, "Hey, man, you should get out of there!" There's spots where you can sink and drown, and then at first, it looks like he was going towards him, like, oh, I understand what you're saying, but then he started like spazzing out, man, and then you can see him morphing into something else that it was inexplicable or hard to explain, but it looked like sinister. And then at that point, the Blair Witch Project happens where they start shaking their damn camera. I was like, no, this is.
All we see is up their nose, as they're running away.
Yeah, as they're running on. So I was just like, oh man, I would have loved to see the whole thing. So yeah, and this was on the hood though. Like I'm telling you, there's a bunch of kids just watching this. They thought it was a homeless man, that was down there, but from what I can see, you can see he was naked. You can see him all the way down to his torso, but he was struggling to get out of the water. And then at one point he started shape-shifting, and when he started doing that, the kids freaked the hell out. And I'm not sure, but I think one of the kids said, it's a skinwalker, bro. It's a skinwalker. And I was just like, oh my God, but don't run. Record it.
That's what happens to me too when I try to shower naked out in the middle of, the neighborhoods. People just run. But I'm not shifting.
You're not even shape-shifting. You're just...
So skinwalkers are part of different Native American cultures. It sounds like It's not just like one. It's not Navajo, because I know like the Skinwalker Ranch TV show is in Utah, and it's on the Ute.
Right.
It's on the Ute Indian reservation.
Yes, that is. Yes, you know.
I saw like maybe 2 or 3 episodes, and it seems like they're trying to link skinwalkers to like UFO sightings and stuff like that.
Well, it's a hotspot though. That's what they explain.
Okay.
Of weird things, because they have multiple stuff happening, because they had cameras, it was pointing up to the sky like they did which I think I know now that if you ever saw that movie, Nope.
Yeah, I love that movie. Nope.
Yeah. So that movie reminded me of Skinwalker when I was watching. It was like when they put up all the cameras in the ranch and all that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, that's super accurate. I was like, that's dope. But yeah, they did it first though. Skinwalker Ranch did it first. I'll give them credit. And like I said, they might be linking this to the UFO. What if there are? Because like you said, there might be Native American. But what if the Native Americans were being visited by aliens? They thought they were skinwalkers. You know what I mean? And maybe they can shapeshift too. So it might be that they're aliens.
Who knows? Like they say, we've been visited by aliens for years. And who's been here longer than us? The Native Americans.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's maybe the Native Americans who were getting visited by aliens, but they thought they were just shapeshifters, you know what I mean? And I can see that being the thing. There's pictures, here of Native Americans drawing, looking like UFOs too, or tall ass men. Again, like in Vegas, it's wild.
Like all the hieroglyphics, and they're like on the wall, on the rocks and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen those. There's some they recently discovered like a couple of years ago. And they just looked like really tall men, but then you could see them because they painted the little feathers, so you could tell that was them. But who was these tall ass men? Y'all keep an eye out for skinwalkers. Try to keep your camera not going crazy Blair Witch style, and that's for anything though. Come on, man. If you see something weird, just fucking record it right. It's time. Sick and tired of these moving ass cameras.
That's funny. No one has a problem taking a video of themselves, but when it comes to like really important things like Bigfoot or, a Yeti, they can't keep their cameras still.
See, I would understand more with the Yeti, because most of the time there's a fucking blizzard. At the fucking woods, man. But now, come on, there should be no excuse. If I feel like some of these videos where you're just doing it for clout too. You gotta be careful. But there's so much shit out there too, man. Mexico City is a hive of fucking UFOs, man. Don't even get me started on that. But for right now, skinwalkers, there's a rise. There's a rise for sure.
And speaking of like Bigfoot, I was reading about it online, and there was a biochemist that was working at Skinwalker Ranch in Utah, and apparently he saw Bigfoot on that ranch. So can you imagine?
Dude, I'm telling you, it's the Bermuda Triangle.
It's like that movie, Cabin in the Woods. Yeah. Where they just release every
type of creature, monster, god. That movie is wild. And I gotta give props to that movie. If you haven't not seen Cabin in the Woods, guys, classic, fucking classic.
It's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth
I
it.
think there's even a unicorn in that
There's
movie.
a fucking unicorn. I'm not gonna say anything about that unicorn,
Spoiler.
but there's a fucking unicorn. That's right.
Part of me thinks that skinwalkers are tied to chupacabras, you know? Like, they don't know what that creature is, but hey, it's just a shape-shifting.
Now the chupacabra, dude, that being like.
Yeah, next time you come on, can you teach me how to domesticate a chupacabra so I can have one as a pet?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
In my house?
We should bring chupacabras to the United States, bro. Like, that's what we need up in this bitch.
You start your own
No,
breeding.
chupacabras.
Yeah.
Get them just in different colors, and it's just two. It's going to be gray and green.
Okay, and before you go, Gene, I have a question for you. Would you rather stay the night at Skinwalker Ranch, Skywalker Ranch, or Neverland Ranch, where Michael Jackson used to live?
Is this during Michael Jackson?
Yeah, during the height of Michael Jackson's
Oh man,
career.
that's a hard one.
I'm just kidding.
Come on,
Just kidding, you
come on,
don't
thinking about it. Well, think about it. I would be set now, right?
You know, the real answer to that is that they're all the same place.
Yeah, they're all scary as hell, man. At one point, shit gets fucking scary. The lights go off. You see a white figure. Next thing you know, no, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna.
And that's a wrap for this episode of Wonky Times. Thanks for wandering down the weird and wonky avenues with me. And remember, stay curious, question the ordinary, and if you see something strange in your backyard, email us at getwonky@wonkytimes.com. Join me next time for more aliens, hairy creatures, and stories that make the world a little stranger. Until then, keep your eyes open, your mind wonky, and your snacks close. Adios!